I've since decided that's not normal.
Really?
It's odd.
Hi, Professor Peterson.
Hello, it's good to be here.
Good to be here too. So we're here actually with a new channel.
Yes.
And it is your YouTube channel.
I'm going to start a YouTube channel because
right.
I have something to say about Korean history.
Yes, you do. I think you have a lot of things to say about Korean history based off the classes I was in of yours.
Yeah, you were in classes years ago. You were the best student I ever had. Have I ever told you that?
You did tell me that. I'm guessing you've told that to other students too.
One or two.
One or two. Just one or two.
I have a different perspective on Korean history. In fact, I've been thinking about it. I call it the frog outside the well.
Okay.
Playing on the Korean idea of the frog in the well.
Uh-huh.
The frog in the well has a limited point of view. The frog outside the well sees things a little bit differently.
Okay.
One reason I'm thinking about this is one of the history books that I studied from, Beck's history was translated into English.
Mm-hmm.
The whole book has a lot of beautiful maps, all of Korea. Not one showing Korea in some sort of international context.
Interesting.
So I think there's a certain view of seeing Korea in this limited context, like the frog in the well.
Okay, so basically seeing Korea from a Korean perspective,
Yeah.
and not necessarily from like an international perspective.
So I want to look at it internationally from
Yeah.
a wider perspective.
That's interesting because I feel like in a little bit of a way, that's what I do on my channel with culture. Right?
Yeah,
We're
is.
providing basically outside views of Korean movies.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
TV
Food.
shows, food, all those
Yeah.
things.
So I think the first thing I want to do in this YouTube channel is ask a question that took me 54 years to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think I figured it out. I first came to Korea 54 years ago.
Oh wow.
And I met everybody named Kim,
Mm-hmm.
E, and Pak. And I learned that's a normal thing. I've since decided that's not normal.
Really?
It's odd compared to other countries of the world.
Yeah. Well, definitely from an American perspective, it's
Yeah, in America, well, we have all the surnames of the whole world in,
Right.
in America.
Right.
But even compared to Japan, for example, there is not a Kim in Japan. Tanaka is not Kim in Japan.
meaning that there's not like a huge percentage,
yeah.
Okay.
The Korean percentage is 21%
Okay.
of Korean population is Kim. And E and Pak are not far behind. E is 15% and Pak is 9%. That's really odd compared to other countries.
Right.
In Japan, the most common surname is Sato, and it's only 1.5%. In other countries of the world, you've got like Mueller in Germany
Okay.
is not even 1%. Smith in America is 1.5%. Garcia in Spain is 3.7% or 3.5%.
Okay.
Singh in India, a lot of people name Singh.
Ton of six.
It's only 2.7% in
Really?
India. Yeah. I think in the Punjab it'll be much different.
Okay.
You know, where the
Right,
Sikhs are based.
Right.
But in all of India, it's only 2.7%.
Right.
China is different. Chinese has Wang. Most common surname is Wang, 7%. Li and Chang are both 6 and 6%. Those three together don't make 21%.
That's true.
So Korea is 21%. That's really unusual when you
Right.
stop and think about it. The only exception is Vietnam.
Okay.
Vietnam has 38% are Nguyen.
Okay, I've heard that name a lot.
Yeah, and that's because the last dynasty of Vietnam was the Nguyen dynasty. And a bunch of people changed their name to Nguyen to get along with the new dynasty. And the Nguyen emperor would give the name Nguyen to a lot of different people.
Okay.
So it was sort of a revision of history, not a true narration of history like we have in Korea. So the question is why?
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
What's going on in Korea? And I think the answer, well, there are several ways to get at the answer. Martina Deutler, a very prominent scholar from Switzerland, said that Korea has the same aristocracy for the last 1,500 years. Another way to look at it is the long dynasties of Korea. Korea only has 3 dynasties to worry about: Shilla, Koryo, Chosun. 1,000 years, 500 years, 500 years. But more importantly, when one dynasty fell, it was not destroyed when it was replaced by the next dynasty. This is very different from other countries. One thing that taught me about this was I met a student at BYU whose name was Fujiwara. And I said, "Oh, Fujiwara, that's the royal name of the Heian period of Japan." And she said, "Oh yes, that's us." And I said, "But I've never met another Fujiwara." She said, "Oh, there aren't many of us." And that's typical in other countries. Once the old dynasty is destroyed, the ruling class is destroyed with it. It never happened in Korea.
Really?
The ruling class continued on into the next dynasty. It started with Kaya. The royal family of Kaya is also Kim, and the royal family of Shila is Kim. And the two of them got along really well. In fact, the royal family of Kaya intermarried with the royal family of Shila. So Kaya was absorbed, not destroyed by Shila. Koryo absorbed Shila, and Chosun absorbed Koryo. The rule is stability. Stable society, stable history. That's the rule for Korea.
Oh, okay.
And so why are there so many Kims, Is, and Poks? Number one, they're royal names. These were all kings in the old days. Kings that were never destroyed. They were absorbed into the next dynasty. I think when you say there are a lot of Kims in Korea, you just shouldn't say the old Sokdam. 남산에서 돌 던지면 Kim Ipak 맞는다. That's an interesting Sokdam, but it doesn't explain anything.
Right, it just says that there's a lot.
Well, we know there's a lot, but the question is why? And I think now I know the answer.
Yeah.
It's because it's long, stable society without interruptions. I think when someone named Kim says, my name's Kim, instead of saying, I get hit by a rock from Namsan, they should say, that's a symbol of the stability and peace of the long dynasties of Korea. Subscribe. We'll see you again on the next video, and hope to see you a lot.
Yeah, thanks guys. Bye.